Howdy gang, Prep Rebel here. So, with regards to my seed catalog, as of noon today and my last count, I am sitting at approximately, what was it? Where's my notes? 320,000 seeds for the next 5 years. And that includes everything that I grow that I like to eat. So I'm ecstatic. I'm really happy about this, and I don't have any excuse if I have nothing to grow to eat. So some of them will be failures, some of them will be excellent results. Let's put it that way. Some of them will be in the middle. But with that many seeds and the way I keep them and secure them, I think that I'll be doing all right. Now what I need to do is find myself an area and find myself a place where I can plant a big enough garden that will sustain me and my family for a number of years. My father was, he grew up during the Depression. Both him and my mother grew up during the Depression. And my grandparents, the same. So they never threw anything out. They always had a way to figure out how to make things viable, how to make things work, how to make things reusable, let's put it that way. That's a good word for it, you know. And apparently I'm the only one in my family that actually listened to it. I know my hair is going like sideways and everything else. I need a haircut in the worst way. I shaved my beard though. It was just too bloody hot. My deck got up to 145 degrees yesterday, and it was 140 today. It was 138 the other day. Craziness. My greenhouse, because it gets shade in the afternoon, in the morning, it drops from about 110, 120 to 80 in the afternoon after lunchtime. So everything that's in my greenhouse is doing well because they have a balanced heat all the way across, and I'm happy about that. But in the next few days, I'm going to have to pull all of my plants out of there so that I can build a permanent garden bed in there. And what I'm going to do in the next season is I'm going to go with square foot gardening. Now, I don't know if you've ever watched Gardening in Canada with Ashley, I think it is. Matter of fact, I got one of her books. I ordered one of her books. She's a soil scientist from Saskatchewan, and very wise. You know, her zone is a whole lot different than mine. I think she's in 5A, I'm in 9A on Vancouver Island. So there's a lot more I can grow that she's unable to grow there. But she's an actual soil scientist, and it's impressive. You should check her out. Good channel. She's very entertaining to watch. Now, I'm going to say this with a caveat, okay? I do not watch Canadian Prepper anymore, but I found her channel through Canadian Prepper when I was watching it. And she is not like Nate. She doesn't spread misinformation and disinformation. Oh, by the way, buy my stuff. She doesn't do that. So I would recommend her channel, because if you want to learn about gardening and you want to learn about soil science and stuff like that, go check her out. It's Gardening in Canada. And she is very wise when it comes to that stuff, because she cares about the garden. So if you and as preppers, we should all be growing our own gardens. And I made this comment to a friend of mine the other day. I have enough seeds now that I could start my very own victory garden. The way things are going right now, gang, I think we all need to grow our own victory gardens. The victory garden came about during World War I, World War II, because food shortages were so bad and people were growing food to send to the front to the soldiers, as well as to feed themselves, as far as my research goes. Don't quote me on it, and as I always say, do your own research. But that is what I found, and I tend to believe it because I've heard stories from my parents, my grandparents, my great-grandparents when they were alive about these things. It's pretty incredible. But you know what? Stock your seeds. That's a good prep. But make sure if you're going to stock your seeds, you stock the ones and grow the ones that you like. Don't grow stuff that you don't like to eat. It doesn't make sense. Like, I'll give you a good example. Pinball Preparedness. Another great channel. I love his channel. And I hope he and Mrs. P and PBJ are having a great few days off before she goes off to college. PBJ goes off to college. You know, that's cool. Everybody deserves a break. But he does not like okra. So he doesn't grow okra. You know? This is my point. If you're going to grow something that you want to eat, then grow it. If you're going to grow something just because you can grow it and you don't eat it, it's a bit of a waste. I don't like okra myself, but my neighbor does. That doesn't mean I'm going to grow okra. You know, not unless I'm at that point where I'm sort of pressed to do that. But I mean, he's young enough that he can grow his own garden, even though his yard is just absolutely in a horrible mess. And that's on him. His mother passed away at 99 years old, almost blind, and she had the most incredible rose garden, incredible flower garden. And she was out there every day, even though she couldn't see. She was out there every day tending those gardens because she could tell by feel exactly what plants she was working with, and she knew all of her plants in her yard. My neighbor, since his mom passed away, he's just let it go right to trash, and it's a shame. It really truly is. But you know, grow what you eat. Don't grow plants and vegetables and flowers and stuff that you think you might eat. It doesn't work that way. As preppers, grow what you eat. Common sense. But common sense isn't common anymore. It hasn't been for a long, long time. Now, where was I going with this? I got off topic. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like, stock your seeds. Make that one of your preps. Grow your own garden. Grow your own food. It only makes sense. What? Yes, Koa, I know. Koa's over here telling me, like, come on, like, be nice. She's a good dog. She keeps me out of trouble. Anyhow, gang, I just wanted to give you a little update on that and voice a few opinions that are my opinions, but I think you should probably, well, take them with a grain of salt, but take them to heart too, and start doing one of those things as your preps. Grow your own victory garden. Grow your own garden to supply yourself with food. Because if SHTF happens, the stores are going to be done. And nobody's going to get food from anywhere, you know, unless you grow your own. That's the scary thing about all of this. We have an opportunity to be teachers and pass on our knowledge now. When the time comes, we're not going to have that opportunity, except for very small groups. So do what you can do now, and do what you can that's beneficial for you and the people that you know, that you trust. That's the most important thing that I can pass on this evening. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. Prep Rebel out.